Hello humans and welcome to Atlas Mega 10 Mondays. It's that time again when we discuss all things Atlas and all things Shin Megami Tensei and everything else in between in the Atlas universe. So sit back, relax, and let's see what we're going to talk about today in the Atlas Mega 10 universe. This show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised. On today's episode... Let me tell you, these little soldiers, they're into some dark, and I mean dark shit.
Alright guys, let's unbox a game from 2013. And you know how we do it. Yep, the value goes down by the tear. But this is not your ordinary e-beggar channel. You don't do that here. Oh man, I messed that up. Good thing I have two copies, right? Alright. So that's a sheet. Oh man, I put a little tear into that. Oops. But the good thing is that we have this art book, which it comes with. Let's see here. Very nice. These are the final days of getting good things like this in a game, like back in 2013. Pretty cool art book, I have to say. It's even better than the one than the ones we're getting now, right? I think it's better than the one that I got with 13 Sentinels for sure. And there's the characters. Alright, let's get into the game. Let's see, ooh, still wrapped. Let's unwrap it here carefully. So we don't want to tear anything else up. Pause. Alright. Don't worry, I'll give you all the info on the game once we open it. And I'll show you on screen all the wiki stuff that you love to hear about. So there's the game. Put it back in. Man, I hate doing this in an odd angle, but it's the only way I can capture it in the camera. Here's the game manual. It's an Atlas game, of course. And instructions, can you believe that? Oh, wow.
Hello humans and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer, Tears of Tiara 2, Heir of the Overlord. Oh my gosh, what does Atlas have to say about this one? Well, I can tell you what I have to say. This game surprised me because if you look at these images here, they're not reflective at all of how cruel and how dark this story gets, right? I just showed you this. It just showed you the main character getting whipped, and there's a lot of sadness. There's a lot of cruelty in this game, a lot of darkness, and I'm glad I stuck with it, you know, for a little bit longer. At first, I was gonna put this game down because I was like, no, this is just too weeby for me, man. I mean, I love anime, you know, and I love this kind of stuff, but it was more of a romance kind of play, like you're seeing here, really cheesy kind of stuff. And then I got into the weeds of it, and it turned me around. You know, it really did turn me around. You know, I'm trying to round out my collection, and especially for the PS3, I really want to get JRPGs because that was actually the strongest console for JRPGs. And you know, I just want to round out my collection with that because I think these slower paced type games really balance the more modern games that I play. You know, the games that I gravitate towards, especially in, you know, this generation, pretty much any generation, is a lot of action games, a lot of violence, and sometimes I just want to chillax, you know, take it a little bit slower, and these games allow me to do that. And you know, when it's an interesting story, when it has something to say, I usually keep with it. You know, I'm not actually that great at combat systems, and I'm really in the chase of a good story more than anything. And when a game, you know, has something that interests me or is going somewhere that I want to see, then I tend to follow it. You know, like I said, it just balances me out from the usual, running gun, a lot of shooting, a lot of slashing that I love to do, and I really, really love to do that. So this is a great addition to my collection, and like I said, I want to round it off with a lot of JRPGs for this generation. Atlas put another great one here. What I noticed about this game, it was highly rated by the public when it came out back in 2014. I think the game was released originally in 2013 in Japan. We got it in 2014. You can double check that, but I'm sure we got it in 2014. But back at the time, people really, really liked the game. They get it like an 80%, while a lot of critics were just rating like 65%. And I think it's because they judged the game like I did it in the beginning. It's just very cartoony. This is too vanilla for me. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this. And I think a lot of reviews are that way. They're really just first impressions. And I think the public gives it a better score because they actually play the game through. They get in the weeds of the game. And this is what makes this game interesting, at least for me, as far as first impressions. I didn't like the way it started. But once the cruelty kicked in and the storyline started kicking in, that really attracted me to the game. So I just want to give you a little sample here of what I just added to my collection. I'm going to put the intro to it so you can see what I'm talking about. And hopefully, if it's something you want to play, if something you haven't played yet, hey, pick it up. It's one of the more affordable games by Atlas that you're going to find out there. And you can pick up the disc for like $20, maybe even less, a complete copy. This sealed copy that I got here was like $40. So take your time, and just open it up and enjoy it. All right, humans, I will catch you on the next one. Remember, never ever be afraid to be happy. Thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate you guys being here every Monday to follow another Atlas Mega 10 Monday. Thank you. Take care. New videos every Monday and Sunday. Thank you for joining me on another episode of the Gen X Gamer. Remember to like and subscribe, click that notification bell, and remember, never ever be afraid to be happy. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.
ヒスパニアの者ども、聞くがよい。今回のバール大祭は神聖帝国が取り仕切ることとなった。理由はこの後で明かされよう。さあ、ここに参られよ。ハミルカル、バルカ家最後の当主よ。カナン人の代表として祭司として祭りの始まりと終わりに立ち会うのだ。